Okay, so welcome. I want to repeat the stakes quickly here because a lot can happen in this group. Whocl, if he were to win 2-1 today, he would go first place and immediately be promoted to gold, which would be his best result in Age of Empires. He's been around a long time. He's a fast player from Chile, and he's gone for the early dock here as Koreans on the shorefish. But if he were to get swept today, okay, he actually goes fourth place, and then Monoz goes into the playoffs. Luckily for Monoz, he is safe. Basically, the only thing that changes things for Monoz is a 3-0. Now, this is a regicide start. The kings are out there, looking all fat, doing their thing, waddling around. If you lose the king, you're dead. Still a play all three with $10 on the line, $10 per win. And yeah, the map is really, really specific here in how you can play it. Very unique. And this is called Tulu. So you have the you have this wood line here, and you can kind of already tell that Monoz is planning on it. So you have all the trees here are 100 wood, and Monoz has 3 villagers on the first tree. Now you can't cram 3 villagers through the choke to get the 3 on the second tree, but you can get 2. And the faster you chop through there, the earlier you can get to your stone. So stone is over here and here, which you eventually have to scout. There's no stone in the inner areas, which should dominate the conversation here because Koreans and Spanish are both really good civilizations for regicide starts. Starting with the farms, having all the food around, and starting with more food in the bank is all very, very strong here. But Monoz chose not to come to the middle. Whocl is going for a feudal age time. He's added some fishing ships. I think Monoz is pretty clearly just going to go fast castle and adapt. Villagers don't have loom in the middle because you don't start with gold. Whocl will start to mine some gold. Not really sure what his plan is right now, to be honest with you. I think if his opponent had docked, he would add a fire galley, but his opponent didn't dock. Now he doesn't have a lot on wood. So it's not like he will go for a barracks or an archer range or something. Going fast feudal isn't necessarily the worst thing here. His resources are looking pretty good. I guess we'll see. So, but I think the big thing you just got to remember is that you don't have loom. If you have the villagers out here, it's very efficient, but you got to loom up. All right, so let's see if Monoz clicks these 2 villagers onto the tree. I labbed this out, by the way. I tested this for another tournament. If you are perfect with this, you can be through to the stone while you're on the way to Castle Age. But your villagers are not going to take that tree unless you force click them there. More often than not, it's still, even if you're getting stone while on the way to Castle Age, you're still not going to have the castle once you make it to Castle Age. Blacksmith in the middle for Whocl. And just scouting around to see what Monoz is doing here. But it could just be a very boomy game. On the outside, there's berries and there's deer, so I think once Monoz is through, if he gets through... Hold up, what's he doing? Why are the vills coming this way? It's for his buildings, never mind. But, yeah, we might see a town center back here. You have the food around as well, so you don't need as many farms. And Monoz just wants his market and his blacksmith here. And there it is. Market, blacksmith, palisade wall. That'll complete the wall off on that side, and then he can go back to the trees. Whocl, did he snag loom? He did not. I think if you don't snag loom, the starting scout could end up killing multiple villagers. But you might not need to snag loom if you can always wait here with your own scout. Monoz sees the scouts there, just passing. Fortified Tower has 13 range. 13 base range, which is insane. So it's very strong. It's always fixed on the front. And right now the kings are in there, so. Someone asking, is Gabby already in playoffs? So Gabby is in this group. Gabby is confirmed to be playoffs. She's likely going to be third place. But she would fall into second place if Monoz wins 3-0 here. Wait, do I have it the wrong way around? I think she's third place. Yeah, and she would go second if Monoz wins 3-0 here or something like that. So she's confirmed second or third place. So she will be in the playoffs in some way. Wouldn't an adjustment into scouts or archers been worth it upon scouting the middle for Monos? No, because your opponent can see it as well, and then they can just deviate their plan. That's not a very easy switch to do. Barracks is 175 wood. Stable is 175 food. His build isn't really set up for that. He's buying a castle. He is buying the stone. Wow. I mean, I guess that's one way to do it. You do get the castle much faster than I've seen. Okay. Sorry, apparently I'm allergic to castles. One sec. Last night I reached this point of my cold where my nose gets extra tickly, you know? It's really annoying. So I might have it might be lots of sneezing today. Look at this castle though for Monos. As far as protecting the gold, this is insane. You're not supposed to have all 3 of your golds in one spot. Like, that's unreal. Like, look at Whocl. He's got 4 tiles here. He's got some here. He's got some here. But that is an excellent castle spot. I also just don't think Whocl is ever going to expect him to actually have the castle. Whocl is going to think that he has time before he has to face conquistadors because the stone is on the outside. What a build for Monos. That's really smart. I like it. Yes, it's less efficient with your resources in theory, but like everything looks fairly balanced for him, right? He still has food. He still has gold. He can still make the first conquistador. We do have a pause here, but Whocl, remember, if he wants guard towers, he still is not through onto the outside here. That'll take him some time yet. So just a monastery, maybe to get relics and adapt towards late game. I'm going to tab out and just double check because I don't trust the game. Okay, I can see in game they're chatting. T90, is it Turs co-cast? Oh, shoot. I talked to Turs. I thought Turs was casting. Oh, did I just leave Turs in the... Oh, shoot. I reached out to some people to co-cast. Turs, are you here, bro? I can call Turs. I don't care. I mean, if it makes Turs feel better, I've done this to 2 other people over the last couple weeks. I'm cool to bring in Turs. Turs is a gold player I wanted to have cast today. If Turs reaches out to you, JBR, and says that was the plan, let me know. I can just back out and call him right now. No problem. It's actually the perfect game to hop in. We'll do a little intro for him, and then we can move into it. Turs is here. All right, Turs, I'm going to call you, bro. My bad. Conks are killing a fire ship and a fishing ship, guys. We're going to call Turs. My bad. As I said earlier, it's been very stressful times. Let's give him a call. Like, he's into the game now as well. Hello, Turs.
Hello.
Very sorry.
Oh, good.
Quick intro for you here. Everyone listening, this is Turs. Turs is a Gold League player from Germany who I asked to co-cast and scheduled this time, and life has been busy, so got here a little late, but welcome in, dude.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I think I'm going to boost your audio real quick. But give me your thoughts on how the game's developed. Have you seen anyone in your practice games buy a castle like Monos has done here?
Not really. Like, what I've seen is people going early on stone as soon as they chopped out, right?
Yep.
But buying a castle is definitely different.
Yeah, well, I think Whocl certainly was not expecting it. And I don't think he would have played this quite in the same way if he knew it was coming. So this is working out. And something I experience against Monos is he can be so extreme. He can be extremely aggressive, which is what we're seeing now, or extremely defensive. And it has the potential to break anybody. So this will be tough for Whocl.
Yeah, he's definitely like one of the more creative players there that we have. So you never know what to expect from him.
Yeah. Well, he snipes the monk. I like the guard tower defense for Whocl. What else would you be thinking right now if you're Whocl as you're getting pushed right now?
I mean, he sent 11 on stone, so maybe he wants a castle at some point. I guess Koreans is kind of one of the better civs to defend this, since you have the free guard tower upgrade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, archer range going down is certainly not the best. This is where I would be like, maybe I can't dive underneath 2 different towers. Is he going for the king? He's going for the king. The king is in that tower.
Surely that's not working, right?
I mean, the king will hop out. The conquistadors are waiting. Can we get a king snipe here? The conquistadors are dying to the town center. There's only 1 left. No! No! Oh, no. That was disastrous. Oh, my God. No. Honestly, though, I think he just needed to sit to the side a little bit more and hope that the conquistadors could still hit the shot. I think he wanted to block the king off from escaping, but if he stood in between the mill and the tower, I think that could have worked. Ay, ay, ay. What a moment. I mean, Whocl gets gifted a little bit there. Still only 2 town centers, and still Monoz is on the front. So it's actually still a pretty close game here.
Yeah, for sure. Monoz also has all the map control. He can grab the relics. He's definitely in the easier position to play here.
I like this from Whocl. He says, "I'm out of here, dude. I'm moving my king to the town center."
Just running away.
So, I think Whocl is probably planning on war wagons now. He's kind of saved for a castle. It has the dual purpose as well, where if you drop the defensive castle, you protect yourself from the push. Might honestly come down to the next minute now. If he wants the castle on the front, and Monoz is coming back with rams again.
Monoz is not giving up. He will continue pushing here.
Does he play like this against you when you play Monoz, or is he more chill?
Sure, for sure.
Okay.
No, normally he does like some weird fast castle stuff or something like that.
Okay.
It's always crazy.
I'm glad to hear it because I feel a little flexed on sometimes when I play against Monoz because he does it to me as well. So, oh man, monks are waiting behind. That's actually perfect positioning for Whocl. He can't necessarily take down the rams very easily, but I think once his castle's up, the conks can't be close by.
Yeah, and if there are 2 towers on either side, so
yeah,
it will be very hard to push this.
Monks are still focused on for conversions. Conversions haven't happened. 1 conversion happens. That's it. I mean, castle should complete. I'm just wondering if does the castle stay up here? Apparently the answer is yes.
There's still the guard tower, right? So it's always very hard to push this.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Monoz sent it here, and he just taps out. Wow. Crazy. That was so close. I want to go back and look at this, actually. He was so close to killing that king. He clearly was trying to dance back and forth in front of the tower, which is probably a good play. But I wonder if maybe he could just have parked his conquistadors a little bit further to the right side of the tower. And then when the king ejects, the conquistadors have a chance for a shot. Damn. Well played from Whocl.
Yeah, do you think the GG was maybe a bit early?
From what we know, absolutely. Yeah. Because, like, Whocl lost the town center. Whocl lost a lot of ills. Monoz hasn't taken any eco damage. I think that...
Now imagine if he didn't push, like, the main TC into castle now, but just went to the right side and pushed there, instead of trying to kill the castle.
Yeah, true.
I think he could have been in a fine spot, actually.
Yeah. Well, maybe in his mind, his opponent had added eco and he didn't, so it was over. But realistically, resources collected was very close. And conquistadors are still a very strong unit, but he did lose 6 rams and is about to lose 2 more. So I guess it is pretty expensive.
Yeah, he lost a lot of units.
The thing I would normally ask you is who's the favorite for the series, but we already had Whocl win the first game. But still, give me your thoughts of what they would have been before the first game, I guess.
I mean, it's always going to be very close, I think, between these players. I've practiced actually quite a lot with Whocl, so
okay.
I will give him the edge.
Okay. Well, we're getting into game number 2 now. I'm really glad you told me that, because I normally have a really good indicator of who's practicing with who and who's playing with who. But with Whocl, I don't really chat to him that much. And I haven't seen him active on ranked, but I could tell he was very sharp with all of his builds. So it felt to me he was practicing. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, he felt very motivated to practice for this, so that's nice.
Well, he's 1 win away from going gold. So
Yeah.
and so that would be amazing. And I think that the thing to again restate is there's no guarantees if you make it to playoffs that you're going to win because everyone's super, super good and it's a best of 7.
Sure.
So
like Silver League is just so stacked. It's amazing how many good players there are.
Yep, agreed. Well, Whocl has used his eagle on the back here with Aztecs to collect some of his sheep. He's brought a villager forward, which I'm assuming is a planned strategy to maybe get early loom and try and disrupt the opponent here. But he's running into the darkness. So far, Monoz is just going to push his deer. We'll see if Monoz sees the villager and the eagle here.
He could also try to sneak if he wants to.
Yeah, true. I guess you could always just kill the deer. And then Monoz can't push them. So maybe that's what he's doing. Yeah, seems like that's the plan so far. Monoz pushed in 2, which is nice. But there's not as many berries on this map. So you can't recover food as easily. And Monoz might want to shut this down, though. Upon seeing the villager with no loom. Oof. Wow, nice quick walls. All right, so what do you think? What do you think should be going through Monoz's head right now? If his villager's here, what are you thinking in his position?
I mean, he's just sending a will, so he will be fine, probably. But he's a bit under pressure, losing some deer.
Yeah, I would be a little bit paranoid that villager would loop into the back of my base right now.
Yeah, for sure. He will check later on.
Okay.
Like all the sides, I think.
Yeah, and in the end, Whocl is just going to walk home with that villager. And Whocl is bringing in boars back at home, and Monoz is still going to get an extra deer. So this map, oftentimes about the Imperial Age. And I'm not really the biggest fan of Aztecs in the late game. I just don't really have the siege. Eagles also are very good to raid on an open map. But if the middle is walled, it gets really tricky. So Whocl will probably have to be quite aggressive here.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes this map can be decided in early imp because all the gold is in the middle. So maybe if you go like lower eco imp with Aztec monks, get the gold, spam some eagles, maybe that could work.
Yeah, I mean, Monoz, he's very extreme. And in the first game, he was aggressive, but he can also do the exact opposite. And so if Monoz is going to wall, which I would always expect here, maybe Whocl wants to just break the walls with the early drush, man-at-arms, towers, archers.
No, we said earlier that Monoz is like more an unconventional player, but I think the same is true for Whocl as well. Like he's playing not always standard, playing a lot of team games, so he can also bring the aggression.
Yeah, I think Whocl is really fast and he has a lot of talent, but I have never really seen him look experienced on mixed maps until this tournament. It's the first time because I played him in some community cups and like I play him on Arabia and stuff, and you know, for me it's like, okay, this guy very clearly is better micro than me, clearly is a little bit faster than me, but some of the strategic things on different maps is just kind of awkward for him. So I don't know about this. 2 villagers here with the militia and the eagle. He clearly wants some damage. He's adding more militia as well, so this is unorthodox to say the least.
Yeah, I don't know why we have wills there when you're not even up to feudal age. Like, you shouldn't break in here.
Are you sure you're not deflecting? Are you sure this isn't your strategy that you practiced and you just don't want people to know?
Maybe. I hope Stoneplease is not listening here.
Stonefleece loves his militia as well, though, so... Look at Monoz, though. He saw the mill, doesn't really care about it. He's just walling, he's waiting for feudal age, and he's going to try and push in another deer. I think in his mind, he's happy to repair here. I think it just has to be an archery range. There's no world you can go for anything else.
Yeah, for sure. But he didn't build a barracks at our dad is...
I bet you Stoneplease is listening. He just doesn't want to... He doesn't want to... He's really hoping I'm going to ask you some in-depth questions on build orders or strategies for the series.
Yeah. You need to ask me if I practice the new civs and so on.
Oh yeah, how much practice have you put in with the new civs? How good are you with them? Scale 1 to 10.
I've played him a bit.
Okay. Well, obviously you do not need to share things if you don't want to.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but also feel free to just like completely send out a few fakes for any future opponents. I'm happy with that.
Yep.
All right, Whocl still knocking on this house with these 2 villagers. Unfortunately, he's like kind of committed to this now. Like, if you spend this much time doing this, you have to stay here to justify your time spent. So he needs to get up to feudal age. Archer range is on the way for Monoz. This is, remember, Whocl needs 1 win, 1 more win, and he is going to Gold League. So this is important.
Yeah, but this is not looking great for him. He's not even walled at home. Archers are coming out. He's not up to feudal age.
Yeah, I think if you were to count the amount of deer that were eaten as well, I think Monoz ended up getting quite a few. He did a great job with the scouting. And so it's not like he missed out on any food whatsoever. He gets good eco upgrades. He can start to add the farms. And now 1 archer shuts this whole push down. And now Whocl will have to back away. I think Margugu once said, I think it was about ACCM, because everyone was calling ACCM the cook or the chef, right? And Margugu was like, I think this is an example of the chef burning the food. This is maybe a little too crazy. I think the only positive, really, is that he is getting the walls up at home, and those villagers should stay alive.
Yeah, it's only 1 archer for now. He's not even on gold, so can't build more for now.
Well, as we have a chill moment here, if I could just ask, how much time did you put into Titans League, if you had to say? Because you had to come up, you had to play the bronze qualifier, right? Which essentially had the fast track to gold. You're now in gold. You're in a do or die set potentially in the final round. Like, you spending lots of time doing practice sets? Are you pretty like comfortable with all the maps now, and you don't really feel you need to?
So I think I've practiced more for bronze than for gold, actually.
Okay.
But I've played my practice sets, and I think I'm quite well prepared. It's a bit hard because like Titans League practice is a bit different from other tournaments because you always play best of 3s. There's a lot of maps.
Yeah.
So practice doesn't always pay off as much.
Yeah, with 15 maps, it's like you would really have to put in the work to get 5 to 10 games on every single map, right?
Yeah, it's most important that you have your home maps that you know well and that you're prepared to play other maps. So
yeah, I think if you were to end up into the playoffs with a best of 7, then it's probably worth it to put a session in for a best of 7 or something to get the feel of how the draft works and having to play all those different maps. Yeah.
Especially because for a best of 3, you always get like very good civs for every map.
Yeah.
So you can prepare for very specific civs as well.
Chad is asking how old you are. How old are you?
I just turned 24.
Okay, 24. And you've been playing AoE2 for how long?
A long time. I started around DE. Played a bit on Whocl as well.
Okay. I thought I remembered you from the Whocl days. But basically... So it's funny, you say a long time, and that's been what, like 8 years?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's a long time.
That's nothing, dude. That is rookie numbers is what that is. That's nothing. But no, obviously it is a long time. Whocl has had a really nice fast castle time here. And he's bringing villagers to the middle through a hole that's been in his wall the entire time. And I think Monoz, he hasn't really made more than just 1 archer. So Monoz, so much for pushing this back. And it could be monks in siege here for Whocl.
Yeah, but Monoz is up as well, and he's going on stone. So he didn't invest a lot, but
yeah,
that also meant that he's up to cast age very fast too.
Monoz loves his castles, man. He's so crazy with the castle spots. Whether it be like forward castles or defensive castles, he's so good. And he does this a lot. The 1 archer, that's always making the other player think it's going to be 5 archers with fletching, right? But he just makes 1.
Yeah.
So it's a big mind game.
That means he's walling up at home. He has to send Wills home, so causes some reaction.
but Whocl is going double siege workshop.
I told you, he's also crazy sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, the issue here with double siege workshop is you probably can only afford to produce out of one of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
I hope he starts with the ram. Like, imagine all his infantry getting into rams.
He can't even make a ram because he invested in 2 siege workshops. Oh, okay. We got 1 ram from 1 siege workshop. Maybe eventually he'll have the resources to produce out of the 2nd siege workshop. And Monoz is clearly planning on a castle. I don't know. Ram into Mangonel feels very strong here, so you can pressure the villagers on the other side. He's going to go Ram Scorpion, but I think it's mainly because he doesn't have the resources for a Mangonel.
Yeah, probably. Like, at least this will force Monoz Castle to be very defensive.
Yeah.
So he might be happy with that.
Panic time for Monoz here. I think if he gets the castle down, Organ Guns can be strong enough to deal with this. He's getting the stone walls. That archer, there's still a gap in the wall.
He walled it.
Okay, he walls it. The Mangonel's in queue. The further on the front the castle is, the better here, because it will range the front of your base and protect your town center. Monoz has no market. What in the world? He has no market. He can't buy the stone. I would have assumed he had a market already.
And he's building more stone walls, so he's getting less stone.
Yeah. That's okay. He'll get the stone now. Mangonel is just now in queue for Whocl. Castle should go up for Monoz. Actually, the house is... hard to judge this. The Eagles could run through. But what do you do about the ram now? I guess you have to plan on using your bills.
The Mangonel still coming.
Yeah, Mangonel 90%.
Yeah, but it should go up.
Man, I mean, really crazy game now. Okay, so he realizes the castle's going to go up. Whocl did get 1 relic in the middle with his monks. Would be good for him to snag as many as possible. And probably is going to need monks more than anything now.
Yeah, Whocl also has 10 idle bills on his TC, so he's concentrated.
Yeah, he needs some food eco here. Yeah, it's tough to go this aggressive and still have an economy. And if you look at the eco setup for Monoz does still have working farms. He's building the 2nd town center, so as long as Monoz can hold, his eco should be pretty smooth, but still lots of pressure.
Yeah, and he built a castle for 2 organ guns that get countered by the Mangonels. So
yeah, true. And the Eagles are in. There was a little gap there, but I still feel like for Whocl, just needs to be patient here. You don't want to overextend. If you were to run the Eagles into the back, the organ guns would snipe you.
yeah, he can play it slow, get redemption maybe.
Yeah.
Just convert things and push slowly.
I think that's the plan right now, because he's saving up the gold for it. But he's just wheeling around right now. 40 villagers versus 44. Monoz should grow in the villager lead, especially because the farming eco isn't that high for Whocl. But maybe this is how he has to play the matchup, right? Like, Aztecs just don't scale super well on this map, like we said. So he wants to get the damage done quickly. And there he goes. Vroom, vroom.
Rolling into the wood line.
I mean, will the Drush get value finally? Let's see.
Maybe he should get men at arms now.
Nobody expects the 24-minute militia rush. What on earth is this? I mean, at the very least, it's making things very messy for Monoz. And now redemption is in for the monk. And Monoz, he loses the Mangonel to the conversion. Really nice job from Whocl. Ram goes down. Eagle will go down on the wood line. But Monoz he's clearly struggling. He's got so many idols inside of his town centers right now. So his eco is not working because of the pressure.
And what does he build against monks?
Usually in arena, you'd go your own monks, I think, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah. I think monks are a real problem. I think his siege workshop will end up getting converted. He's dropping a market. I think not having a market for this entire build has been such an issue for Monoz. He needed it earlier. He definitely needs it now. There's nothing he can do against the monks in this moment. Oh, fall back. Okay, he buys stone for a tower. Guard tower defense is decent. I like that.
I like that. Yeah.
Deletes the Siege Workshop. Nice attack round from Monoz. The Eagles are there to protect the Mangonel. Those Eagles will be a waste. Tower may eventually complete. One of the monks dies to the town center. This is a lot happening at once here. Tower should go up, though. I think if you... as long as Monoz just, like, stacks Hamika behind this, I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think Whocl is also losing a lot of units, especially his Eagles.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he needs to relax a bit and try to get onto stone and probably get imp behind this with the forward castle.
Don't you love that, though, when now you're casting and you get to tell a player in a high-stress environment to relax?
It's great. Just win. Just play good.
Yeah, I always feel so bad, right? I'm like, oh, just relax. Like, calm down. And, like, if I'm in the game, I know my heart rate's through the roof and I'm freaking out and I'm thinking, what are the viewers saying? Oh, my God, my farm. Oh, they're going to make jokes. Like, my mind's just going everywhere. But, no, truthfully, I think... like you said, you've done a lot of damage. Maybe just balance out your economy a little bit more. He's adding a lot of farms as we say this. And you can still pressure the town center there with mangonels. And you just leave your monks around waiting for any defensive siege from Monoz. You do this and stay consistent. You can even stay on 1 TC here maybe and go towards imp for trebs.
Yeah, he's building more eagles though, which means he might... wants to invest more into Cast Age.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not sure I like that though versus the organ guns.
Well, he didn't know where the organ guns would be, right? And so his eagles are diving. Monoz has to go for quick walls. The one monk is following a little too far underneath the town center and the castle. That will go down. The eagles are running through, but I mean, there's now a ram on the guard tower. The ram goes down, but now the guard tower is pretty weak. But it's focusing the mangonels. There needs to be repair villagers there. There's no repair vill, so he's just going to send it anyways. It's risky. He wants that tower gone. And the tower's almost gone, but the eagles are on the way. Oh, yikes. It's hard to say.
He's losing so much.
Yeah. Tower needs to stay up for Monoz. Organ guns have come this way for Monoz. Eagles are also in the back where Monoz is still garrisoned. Monoz has 90 minutes of idle time this game because of all the time he spent inside of his town centers.
How do both these players have the same will count as well?
Yeah, I mean, again, we said relax, and clearly he was not able to. I still think, though, he actually has some positives there. The one tower's almost down. The one TC's almost down. Monoz didn't have Bodkin, though, so now the tower should be stronger. I think Monoz needs to repair that tower. Repair the tower. It can't be that weak. Would you add town centers in Whocl's position? You've seen 3 TCs for Monoz, and you've been on 1 for a long time.
I think I would go castle imp, or like imp and then forward castle.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what's better.
Okay. Stone, please, taking notes for your series and goal. He's hoping, he's planning for this exact matchup.
I also wouldn't play Aztecs on this map, to be fair.
Ah, okay. All right. Just wait. I'm waiting for the draft, though. You're going to pick Aztecs 5th for the mind games.
No, first pick. Just to flex on him and then not play them.
It's close. It goes to show you how important worker efficiency is. 5% greater worker efficiency for Whocl. I guess with the Aztec eco bonus of the extra carry capacity. And
yeah, he also has Rebo, so that's good.
Yep. He's definitely gearing up for a big push again. There's no doubt about it. He's queuing up more rams. He's adding more eagles. He's getting armor. He just killed one of his own eagles, but nobody saw that.
Yeah, I like how I said he needs to chill, and his response was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
I think it's also a very, no disrespect intended, but I think it's also a very Silver League energy, right? Like, I think when you gain a bit more experience in Gold and Platinum, and players are a bit better at defending under pressure, you just have to stop attacking. But at this caliber of player, I know they've been around a while, but like this is potentially the biggest game in Whocl's AoE 2 career, right? To be able to make it to gold. Like, there's so much at stake. And oh man, Monoz clutches that shot. That was beautiful.
Oh, he even kills the monk.
And he kills the monk. And now there's no monk to convert the mangonel from Monoz. And Monoz is going to wall in the mangonels as well. Oh, this could be such good defense for Monoz. That's so nice. He needs to hit the rams. He needs to keep his mangonel up. He won't keep the mangonel up. He does take down the mangonels from Whocl, but his tower and maybe TC go down. Then there's organ guns, though. Shredding the eagles.
I think they also have some bonus damage versus rams.
The rams are going down very quickly. The eagles will fall out of the rams. Kill some villagers, though. Look at the eco KD.
Oh, is the TC going down?
TC's going to stay up, but that was a lot of Vill kills.
All this, yeah.
There also was a lot of eagles dead, so... It's like, Monoz will gain the villager lead because he has 3 town centers. And then Whocl kills the amount of villagers he needs to keep it even.
Yeah. But I think the difference is that Whocl is investing more, like he has to invest more into killing stuff.
Yeah.
So you can see that Monoz can almost click up to him.
Yep.
There's a castle. Oh.
And Whocl cannot let that castle go up and he knows it. But it's such a waste of eagles again. He does have mangonels coming, and he does have the monks. Honestly, castle might not go up. But he needs the patience. Another monk down to the town center is so bad for Whocl. More eagles going down is so bad.
He even got ballistics for his towers and defensive buildings, so...
Oh, man. Also, a fun situation here that could happen. Whocl will run out of the gold that he can see in his base. So, he doesn't see the other golds in there, and he probably will never scout it, so he might just send all the vills to the middle then. And he also might come forward to build a forward castle.
But that's why you pick Aztecs on this map.
For the gold.
Better efficiency on the gold.
Yep. I think Monoz, as long as he can get this castle up, I think maybe he's done enough. Imp is a really good call. That's how this game will change. If Whocl wants to win, he probably is wanting Imp himself. The organ guns are shredding the eagles again. Monoz will have to give up that TC, I guess. But he stayed consistent. He's held on.
Yeah, and he also just has the better late game stuff, right? If he gets to hand cannons,
yep.
What can Aztecs do here?
Yep. Value destroyed 9,000 for Monoz, just 7,000 for Whocl. Whocl has lost a lot of expensive units. And yeah, Whocl is really hoping that he will just get to trebuchets to treb these 2 castles down. That is maybe his last chance in his mind. Doesn't know that Monoz is on the way up. Beautiful for Monoz. Beautiful is maybe the wrong word, because none of this has been beautiful. But, like, just really, really well done, right? This is really tough defense. The guard tower repairs, the quick walls, the siege when he needs it.
Yeah, he stayed calm and did the right things at the important times.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I want, because the next game has so much more meaning then. Right? The next game will decide first place. If Whocl wins, he goes first and goes to gold. If he loses, Cosmonaut goes to gold in the group. Damn, dude. Do you think he calls GG here when he sees him?
I mean, he probably should, but I don't know.
Stakes are really high.
He has a chance, yeah. And he's also up to him.
Yeah, stakes are really high, so you probably want to still play it out a little bit. Hope that your opponent makes some mistakes. Wouldn't hate a Fatoria here for Monoz. Because you're only at 78 vills. Yeah. But he's going to go chemistry and plan on Hallmark cannons and hand cannons. Hand cannons feel really nice because you've only seen eagles on the other side. And still patience for Monoz. Just being as patient as possible. There's still a lot of siege around. So much micro that's needed right now.
Yeah, and the castle from Whocl is gonna go down.
Yeah, I think the fact that the Treb can just sit underneath your own castle is so huge here. Because if you had to move out with it at all, it would be such a problem. Yeah, there's no way to push it. Exactly. I think he might try. He might load up the Rams and just roll in for the Trebs.
I mean, from what we've seen from Whocl, he doesn't, like, he's not afraid to push.
Yeah. Also, he is running out of the gold in his base now. So he's got 150 gold in the gold he can see. And so the rest of the gold and the relics is going to be in the middle. Which is exactly where the trebs are coming. So not a good sign for Whocl. I think light cav are a good option against monks. I see some chatters mentioning that. But honestly, trebuchets, bomber cannons, and hand cannons are probably enough for now, and they're stronger against the eagles. So
yeah, I think I would say if you are scared of the monks, just go heresy, and then your hand cannons will kill them.
Yeah. Also, could add a siege tower, escort your hand cannons in towards the monks. In theory, right?
I mean, maybe Whocl should have did the siege tower earlier.
True. Yeah, but we did have it nerfed here, so you could only put 5 inside the tower.
Yeah.
The upcoming patch, you could put 10 inside the tower again. But it just doesn't move as fast as it did before and has less HP. But still should be viable, I think.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, man, you know what's so sad is he can't even get capped ram. He makes it to imp. He loses both the siege workshops. And now he can't even get capped ram for his ram. So he's still in Castle Age. Oh, brutal. Just brutal. The Rams are obviously going to go down, as will any army that's inside of them. And then all the villagers have come to the middle for Whocl. So last stand time for him. He's trying. He does have a lot of eagles, but eagles is just the wrong play against gunpowder, man.
I mean, they will kill the few larches that Monoz is making.
Yeah, it's true. So Mono's misclicking feudal archers. All right. And you see that. It's amazing, right? You look like 20 places in the world, and there's just a little bit more signs of rust and, I guess, like, being human. It's the difference between the leagues.
And you know, when he's clicking that in-game and when he's noticing, he knows that, okay, T90 will look at that and mention it.
I would never do that. I would never do that. I wouldn't have even noticed. You're the one who brought it up. It's your fault.
True. Yeah, that is true. It's my fault.
I mean, the monks do have 12 range, so you're hoping for the best, hoping you can get the conversion. I feel like if you convert the bomber cannons, you need the bomber cannons to survive and be on your side. Because just killing them isn't enough.
Yeah, he can't build any siege at the moment, so that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I think Monoz should just click heresy. I think then he doesn't worry about the monks anymore.
You're saying... Oh, you're saying heresy. I see. Yeah, true. I thought you said heavy CA for a second.
Ah, okay.
And I didn't want to correct you and be like, hey, I'm pretty sure Portuguese don't get heavy cav archer. Heresy's a good call, though. 1,000 gold is super worth it to keep your units on your side. Or have them die, of course. There's Arquebus tech. So the bomber cannons will be affected by ballistics now. I still think Monoz is just taking it patient. He's got nowhere to be. This is the most important thing in his life right now. He just has to be as smooth and relaxed as possible. All those villagers are there for the taking. It doesn't matter if it takes 2 minutes or 5 minutes. As long as he pushes the middle position, he wins the game.
Yeah, he also just has the better civ, so he's in no rush. He can take it slow. He has the better eco.
Yeah. I really wish we had a heart rate monitor on Whocl after this game ends.
I think Whocl just always has like very high heart rate, very high APM.
Yeah. Yeah, Monoz isn't a player... You can't really tell, I guess, but Monoz isn't really a player who has a lot of APM. But he is... All the players are fast, right? Like, all the top players are fast. It's just like... He tends to be more relaxed in his approach. You could tell this game, like, he wasn't making any unnecessary movements. Just super relaxed. More and more towers. I'll check the APM now that we're talking about it. And you can see just how much movement there's been for Whocl. But his army's just been getting flattened anyways. It doesn't matter. This is now the point of the game where Turs is like... He understands what it feels like to be a caster when a player doesn't want to call it quits when they're clearly dead.
In my set was Stumpties, if I lose a bit in Dark Age, I will just call it. I'll be like, no, Doesn't matter. It's not worth it.
I mean, it's all good. I mean, I do the same. I always say it, like, I think if you're really nervous, it's, for me at least, it's best I stay in the game and fight. If I'm nervous or tilted, I stay in the game longer, and then hopefully it's out of my mind more when I get into the lobby for the next game. But that's just me.
Yep.
But beautiful play from Monoz. He picked the better Civ. Whocl took a little bit of a risk here in the approach maybe, because if you can't get the kill early, the game will end late. And well played to Monoz. So again, the stakes. Monoz, unfortunately, I think is not playoffs. So nothing really changes for him. So no pressure for him coming into the third game. But Whocl either goes first or second place depending on this next game. And I don't know exactly who he would face in the playoffs, but it would be a best of 7 against a really, really dangerous player. So I would not put Whocl as a given favorite just because of the level. So this is big, Terz. This is the drama that we like at the end of a Titans League group. Here we are, game 3. Repeat the stakes here. We've got Whocl. If he wins this, he doesn't need to play any more games, and he will be in the 25K Gold League for the next season. If he loses this, he will fall into the playoff position to potentially make gold, and Cosmonaut, player from Turkey, will be the player winning first in the group. So nerves for Whocl, I'm sure. He's gone for the woo. He's bringing in his res as quickly as possible underneath the TC on African River. And then Monoz, this is just $10 per win. Nothing changes for Monoz. So we'll see how he plays it. We have a lame Terz from Whocl. Wow. This is actually...
And there's only one ball on this map.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen this. You get...
Normally players take the ball quite early because you only have one.
Oh,
But he
dude.
was a bit greedy.
Dude, that's a huge find. You know what this does is Monoz will have to push every single hunt there to make up for it. There is actually enough food, so you have the shorefish near the TC. I think Fuel H is still very doable here, but it also eliminates the man-at-arm opening at times if you lose that food.
Yeah, he should be fine, especially as Persians, but he will probably have the scouting as well. So maybe Whocl can do some sneaky stuff.
Did Monoz know it happened? He's moving a scout now like he wasn't 100% certain. Maybe he wants to counter lame or something or steal something.
Yeah, he should know it at this point.
Well, he could steal that zebra. So that's actually pretty nice. He's going to steal the zebra. The other one's moving with it as well. So I don't think he'll be able to get the double. But that's nice because that's an extra 140 food for you. But talk me through what you expect from the Woo here.
I mean, I expect Mad Arms. He's going for the dock in the south, but I think he will build a barracks at some point as well. Just go for some Man at Arms, for some fires maybe.
They're both sending villagers to dock before they scout the areas. It looks like it's kind of annoying if you're pushing deer. Monoz will send 2 vills to the dock. That's nice because you will recover a bit faster with the food because you can take the food with the Vil. And his dock will also be up faster than Whocl's, which is also very nice with the Persian bonus.
Yeah, he has 2 players there, so sorry, not 2 players, 2 Vils there, so the scout can't pick off any Vils.
And Monoz has Monoz has been able to steal zebras from Whocl's side. And he still has the ostrich. There's lots of berries on this map too. So I still don't think opening Man-at-Arms yourself with Persians is doable, but maybe that wasn't his plan anyways.
Yeah, maybe it's just gonna go archers, maybe? Offensive archers, maybe a bit of water. That's at least what I would do. Still,
yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I think you have to play you have to play archers, fires, and just holds anytime you're up against the Man-at-Arms. And if the Man-at-Arm investment doesn't pay off for the enemy, then you can adapt. So
yeah, that's kind of the tricky thing on this map, I feel like, because Man-at-Arms seem good, but you can also just small wall everything and you can be fine often.
Yeah. Is Fast Castle too crazy? It's a little late in the game for it, but like Fast Castle, John Swordsman for Whocl.
Ooh, I haven't seen that on this map. It could be nice, but it's also just very risky.
Super risky. Yeah, agreed. You could lose
Like-
your fish and lose
Yeah,
your whole
your
base
gold
to
is-
archers, and yeah.
Your gold is exposed like one tower and you don't have wood and gold.
Yep. I think with the risky fast castles as well, you would probably sell your stone, and then you can't tower, which would be far too risky. But Monoz is up. Monoz is up. We'll have Whocl right behind him. I say Monoz is up. There he clicks. Still has plenty of food around after missing out on that rhino. His scout is full HP. And Whocl's scout is weak. And so often that scout HP is so valuable. You could do so much with the scout.
Yeah, and he's going for the barracks. So we will see man-at-arms here.
Yep. It'll be 4 fishing ships for Monoz. The player who's going for who's not going for man-at-arms will oftentimes have the bigger fishing ship count because they don't need the earlier barracks. So Monoz just needs to defend. I would say just pre-wall this. There should be no surprises. You're against the Woo. It's man-at-arms every single time. But, like, I don't know. Again, Monoz doesn't have the scouting. And maybe he's thinking something else is coming. It does look like he's going to wall in his wood line at least.
Yeah, his gold will be very exposed though. I would like it if he sent a scout forward to just scout if there's a barracks, because he should expect it.
Yeah. I think Monoz does this a lot. It's a calculated risk. He just assumes what you're going to do, which in this case would be man-at-arms. And he's like, I'm going to rush super fast feudal and I'm going to kill your scout. He does this all the time. The amount of times that he will not scout my base and I get to his base to scout and play the game normally and his scout is just waiting for me is way too damn high. But it works out for him, especially here because the scout is weak. Ooh, and Whocl is not showing him. He had a chance to save his scout. He's not showing him the man-at-arms. Interesting.
Yeah, but Monoz pre-walled, getting the range up, so he should be fine.
Yep. You know what you can do here? And you have to understand it. I think it comes through practice. Run right past the TC. Because there's very few vills underneath the TC on hybrid
true.
maps.
I mean, to be fair, Monoz could quick wall that as well, though.
Scout survived for Whocl. He survived. He dropped the tower at home. That scout can scout the map later on. But yeah, he's finding the man-at-arms will likely not do damage on land. I wonder if it makes sense for him now to consider man-at-arms to the water. Probably a bit risky, but he didn't see the dock in the south. You do know the dock is in the north.
He's getting arson and sending a will forward for forward dock.
Yeah, I think one archer is never going to be enough here because the Woo infantry slowly regenerates. So Monoz needs to really keep a close eye on that. And Monoz also needs to keep a close eye on that villager. Still no clue where the villager's going. I think the scouting was a little bit off. As I say that, the scout goes down. But like this... Yeah, Whocl clearly wants to go forward dock. That is not a position Monoz will ever check for a dock.
Yeah, I really like the dock. It's gonna be very annoying for Monoz.
I like the base setup for Whocl as well. The tower is so nice. If you ever get counterattacked, you're completely safe on all the resources you need. He has his own ranged units inside the archer range. So only one kill, just the scout kill. Archer almost dies to the town center there. That could have been really bad for Monoz. But here comes the attack for Whocl. There's already a tower for Monoz on the gold. But that doesn't protect the wood line.
Yeah, his woodline will be exposed.
It's a really close game right now. I could tell they're both kind of making some slight errors, like those archers for Whocl. Went a little too far. Loses the archer. That's painful. His forward dock hasn't hit Monoz yet. Monoz does have fire galleys waiting there, though. And Monoz is also docking the north with the same two villagers and sending fire ships around the south to kill the fishing ship from Whocl. I think if things don't improve for Whocl with the fight soon, things could start to get really bad economically.
Yeah, he invested so much into man-at-arms, and Monoz just made more fishing ships, so
yeah,
his eco is just better.
It's really nice defense from Monoz too, and Persian TCs produce villagers faster, and yep, that is never what you want to see. When you see 2 fire ships and you don't have a single fire prepared, times can get tough. But he's gonna stay here. Monoz isn't paying attention, and oh, the one fishing ship got a little too close there. Same thing in the north, though.
With this fighting a fire ship.
I think if they both trade fishing ships, it's okay for Whocl. I'm speaking about it from Whocl's perspective because this win matters so much for him. This would put him into first place. Obviously, for Monoz, an extra $10 would be nice.
I mean, he just killed 2 bills.
Yeah,
That's something.
that's true. And he does have an army that will soon have fletching going around the back of Monoz's base. But Monoz sees that, or at least senses it. He's just waiting at home.
Yeah, he's also making skirms, which I think is good because he has the better food eco. Probably.
Yeah. Yep, he transitioned to berries. Both players have. Nice damage from Whocl, but he'll be surprised to see that many skirms and archers behind the walls like that. And he will find the dock position for Whocl. I think he was confused where those fires probably came from, but his fishing ships are still working in the north. Big demo for Whocl, though. That was all right.
And Whocl is in on the wood line.
Oh,
The
man.
man arms have arson.
I mean, the eco's not efficient for Monoz here. But he does have the army that should be able to win the fights, I think. Clearly, though, he's struggling with this. He loses another Vil. Nice pressure from Whocl. Man-at-Arms will be back through. Focus down the archer almost. Monoz, I think, will just fight this back with villagers, but I don't know. This is looking pretty rough.
He seems to be struggling a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe he should get armor on his skirms. Going to a different wood line.
I think he had the numbers there. If he did a bit of Vil fighting, he probably could have been in a good position, but easy for us to say. Very different in Capture Age when you can select the HP on both armies. You can't do that easily in the game. Can't drag select everything.
Yeah, true.
So it's a lot of skirms coming from Whocl, but that's a lot of food spend for a guy who doesn't have any fishing ships compared to 6 fishing ships and Persian eco.
Yeah, he also built a dock in the middle for some reason. I hope we see a demo under Monoz TC.
I guess that would work. Oh, he needs it right now, right? He needs 8 villager kills, because even with 8 villager kills, I think he'd still be behind. Monoz is on the way to Castle Age.
Yeah, Castle Age is just gonna be brutal.
Cosmonaut, if you're watching right now, I would love for you to speak up and tell us your thoughts. I don't know if Cosmonaut is watching, but I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't be, because this matters so much for him.
Monoz fan right now.
But again, like, Monoz has played super clean AoE too, just like the previous game. Kind of expected him to be more relaxed in the first game, and he went all in instead. But, oh man, in the north he'll defend. He'll find villager kills against Whocl, who must be shaking right now. Cosmonaut says, I don't even get this excited when playing games. Let's go, Cosmonaut. Oh. I mean, it's looking pretty good for Cosmonaut right now, Turs. But there is still an army from Whocl on the wood line, and still Whocl keeps hanging around. Feels like this game is throwable for Monoz if he makes one mistake.
Yeah, maybe if Whocl had like a tower coming up on the gold.
Yeah.
From Monoz, that could be something, but like this, Monoz gonna be up, gonna be making knights, and Whocl's base is wide open.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a really big problem. And Monoz, he does this all the time. He's like, okay, my eco's kind of crap. I have a time window to do damage. I'll keep everything on gold and use the market. That's fine.
Yeah, market is his best friend here.
Yeah, double stable knights is going to be so strong. I think the key for Monoz now is you send the knights to... Well, maybe you're far enough ahead you could probably clear this up first. But I still wouldn't hate the first 2 knights going immediately to Whocl's base.
Yeah.
Because you still have a tower here. It's just a skirmisher army at this point. Just get that pressure in, and there he goes. He's doing it for Cosmonaut right now. He's doing it for himself, but coincidentally also doing it for Cosmonaut. 90 seconds for Whocl to hold on and potentially get first place. Otherwise, he lets it slip, and Cosmonaut will be first place. House walls have to be perfect here. There's a hole between those houses. I think there might be a stump or a tree there or something. The knights are running
wide open
underneath the TC. Yeah, true. True. I mean, you need spears. There's not many spearmen here. He's adding another barracks. He barely has economy working right now. This is so bad for Whocl. No counter damage either. None. he also needs the market, I think, which he does have. He is holding. Get maybe hope for the TC garrisons to change something here. Maybe get to monks, I think, would be the key here. But it feels like he's 10 seconds away from Castle Age. It still feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, maybe he can get out some Giant Swordsman as well, raid Monoz, but it's gonna be tough.
Yep, that's a lot of knights. Mono's also peeling the weak ones away. So the weak one's falling back to the monk to heal up. The other knights just go in. Sniping more villagers underneath the gold. This might be it. This might be it. This might be Cosmonaut first. Whocl second place. That's normally game-ending damage here. There's still not enough army to clear this.
Yeah, you can't kill them. Losing more and more ways.
Wow. And Mono's being extremely patient behind this. I mean, his eco isn't really that good behind this. Now that I look back, there's a small counterattack from Whocl, but I don't think it'll do much. Most of the eco for Whocl is either inside of that town center or lying dead on the floor right now. Horrible. And all the weak knights go back for Monoz to heal up as well. Perfect.
Yeah, that's so demoralizing to see as Whocl when you can't even kill the knights.
Yeah. Yeah, and just now he's going to get to the fishing eco. So there is that, but I think we're seeing Whocl play on because he needs
he knows
this win.
it's important.
Yeah. And he does get the conversion. So there's that. But eco is pretty bad right now. Worker efficiency last minute just went up to 25% from 19%. To be honest, Monoz, his worker efficiency is at 35%. So it's not a very strong eco for Monoz either, but he does have way more workers. Gabby even rooting for Monoz right now. I think Gabby will be confirmed second. No, confirmed third. And then...
Okay, so who is she playing then?
She would play Bad Koala with this result.
Oh, that would be a good set.
That'd be a crazy series. Yeah, their styles are so fun to watch.
There's not gonna be one meta game, that's it.
Yeah. Yep, agreed. It'll be amazing AoE. And then yeah, Whocl would fall second if he loses. Kind of feels like he will right now, which is why we're talking about it, but Monoz hasn't finished the game yet. Monks can change a game. But it's either, yeah, Whocl first or second right now, depending on if he wins this game, and then Cosmonaut first or second, depending on this too. So, are we surprised there's no siege or anything from Monoz? He's just kind of slowed down with his push. I know he's fixing his economy, but...
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same we've seen in the game before. When he's ahead, he's just playing it slow.
Yeah.
Getting further ahead.
Yeah.
Not rushing anything.
Yeah, that's fair. When you kill that many villagers, you probably know you're ahead. He did add some farms. There will be another raid from Whocl with the tiny feudal age army, and the tiny feudal age army will actually get some damage. Not bad. Not bad for 2 man-at-arms, a spearman, and 3 skirms. 2 kills.
Yeah, these feudal age units have killed so much this game.
And Monoz really needs a woodline. I guess the new TC will give him a new woodline. He seems hesitant to engage because he knows there's monks in there. He does have Lycav now, so he'll be looking for the monks.
He's also on stone, so
yeah.
Should drop a castle.
He's also hunting for the fish with the knights. I think that's pretty smart. The patient play is not exciting for viewers, but the last thing you want here when you have the lead is to dive again, lose 4 of your knights, and then have the game swing. So use the knights in other areas of the map, and then have the Lycav waiting for the monks.
No, I think it also shows some like experienced play because you know you don't have to rush it. You know you don't have to kill immediately. You can just play slow.
Yep. Yep, which we see all the time with the platinum level. And now the Lycav are here, and Whocl's monks. I think this is the first time he's seen them. 2 monks down. This could be the invitation for Monoz to ice the game and finish the game with a castle. He's got the stone fort soon. This is a good position for a castle long term next to the market. It would deny more stone and gold. Whocl just can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Monoz is basically, like, Monoz is not a playoff player, but Monoz came to play today, brought his best AoE2, will be in Silver League again next season. And there's the castle. Wow, that's a bit more aggressive than I would have expected. I would have placed it right next to the market.
Also, imagine the mental damage he gets from making wall defense.
True. True. Emotional damage. Monoz did set his rally point to the north by mistake, so all his villagers are going up there, so that's not great. But the only way he loses this game now is if he somehow loses all of his knights and this castle gets denied. And that's not going to happen. That castle's going up. Do you agree, though, that maybe the castle should have been near the market so it would range the town center?
Yeah, I would have built it there, for sure.
All right. But I guess it's not on the hill then. And castles on the hill are also really nice.
True.
Both castles are good, obviously. Oh, man. I feel for Whocl right now, dude.
Yeah. Imagine coming so close.
So close.
I mean, he's not... He can still get into gold, so that's something.
I think it would be... I think if he's second here, he plays Dennis in a best of 7. What do you think about that matchup?
I think Whocl has been doing better than Dennis, I would say. But it's hard to say.
It's hard to say, yeah. I think they both kind of lack experience. Dennis hasn't been playing AoE2 as long, but I think he's been playing more tournaments than Whocl. I think it should be
Dennis
a pretty...
is also more the standard player. So.
Yes, yes. It just depends who you favor. Like, I feel like the chaos from Whocl is going to have to work out in a game or two to make the difference there.
No. It's also, like, players react differently to chaos. Like, some can deal better with that than other players.
Yeah, true. Monoz is really good against chaos. Dennis may not be. Nice
He's
trades
also
again.
very good with chaos, to be fair.
Yeah, true. Monoz understands the chaos, so... Yeah, I mean, nice raids. Normally I get excited about this, and maybe I should get excited about this for Whocl. He's found the counter damage, but unfortunately his economy is just horrible, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's been holding on for so long.
He's like clinging to the edge of the cliff, right? And he can barely hold on any longer, but he refuses to let go and accept it's over.
Yeah.
Nice quick walls. I mean, love to see that. That should be a conversion now. Not bad. Could get another conversion. Monoz is not paying attention. Okay. He's very unlucky. That's not another conversion. Can we talk about Whocl having vills in the north, right next to Monoz on berries? I don't know what's happening there.
They're just peaceful next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, well, 38 vills for 68, guys. Whocl still needs to either come to terms with the fact he's dead, or Monoz needs to kill him, so... Might actually have a much longer game, because I don't think Monoz is interested in taking any risks right now.
Yeah, Whocl is just like, this is fine, just a flesh wound. You can recover.
Yeah. But thank you for the kind words, everybody. Thank you, Smithy. I appreciate the support. I saw that. Just hanging out here with Turs, watching the game. We'll have 2 more sets later on today. The sets do have significance in the other groups. But it's wild to me how we had this situation come down to the final game, and then also the situation with the group with Niaz and Blue. It was so crazy.
That was so close.
Down to the final game to determine first. It's so good. I think where the heartbreak will set in is if someone like Whocl doesn't actually make it to gold, this game is going to haunt him for months.
Yeah, for sure.
But if he can still make it happen in the playoff, then it'll just be good experience. But he's hopping in and out of town centers, hoping for the best with the conversions. Just not a good sign. Just not a good sign at all. If that's basically all he's doing. I think Monoz is soon going to drop another castle on his face.
Yeah, Monoz just needs to build Shonkas. Then he wins, definitely.
I feel like if he builds an elephant, though, that Whocl will play another 5 minutes.
Probably, yeah.
It's like He's already playing on because he thinks he's dead, but he's not quite sure. But then, like, you see an elephant from the opponent, and you're like, all right, don't disrespect me making an elephant against monks. Yeah, I think this is the castle that will probably end the game. There's just not enough resistance here. And Monoz is just simply waiting for it. Here he comes. He's also bringing siege with it as well. And, yeah, that castle's going up. Oh, sad times for Whocl. I could just tell he still doesn't want to tap out. He still doesn't want to accept it. He will hope for conversions. With the conversions and the Jean Swordsman and the Knights, maybe there's a chance. Here he comes to deny this, to save the series, to get first place. I just don't think it's enough here, Turs. I think the castle will complete.
Yeah, that will probably be the GG.
Yeah. He deletes the farms. Deletes the farms. He'll lose some vills. 'Tis but a flesh wound.
Yeah, it's still fine. You can still play. You still have some farms.
Oh, it's so sad. I mean, from his perspective, if you can now place a counter castle on Monoz, right where his monks are right now, that makes him feel it's winnable. Maybe that's a spot with a lot of eco.
No.
Monoz doesn't have any army there or anything, so maybe that's doable. Oh, there's the elephant!
Yes.
There's the elephant! Oh.
And now he calls it.
Oh, man. Well, props to Monoz, right? You know, I speculate a little bit when the game doesn't really matter for a player's position. I sometimes speculate that they're not going to be able to bring their all. But Monoz brought his all today. Game number 1, he was very close to sniping a king, and then he won the next 2 games. Excellent defense, to be honest. And respect to him, he'll get an extra $20. And Monoz will be back in Silver League for the next season, of course. But that means that Cosmonaut from Turkey, who's been watching in chat and who's been apparently more nervous and more excited watching Age of Empires than he ever is playing, will go top of the group with that. So congratulations to him. That's a huge result.
Yeah, that's definitely good for him.
Yeah.
Getting into gold. He's been playing very good.
I know he's been very prepared. The other thing about this group, too, with Cosmonaut, is he probably felt like he had the chances to finish this before this other series, right? He was up against Thunderbolt and he dropped a game. And so after dropping that game, I'm sure he was really losing his mind. Yeah,
especially now, like, imagine after Whocl wins the first game.
Yeah, true. Whocl did win the first, yep. But Cosmonaut wins it on tiebreak. He had 4 set wins, which is the first tiebreak. But Cosmonaut has 10 wins. Whocl 10 wins. Gabby with 10 wins as well. Whoa. I didn't realize that it was a triple tiebreak scenario with 10 wins in that group. That's really rare. Which also means if Gabby would have gotten that extra win on Lamo, she would have been first.
Oh, interesting.
So if Cosmonaut ends up getting first anyways, but yeah, Gabby could have had first here today. Whocl could have had first here today. Triple tiebreak scenario. GG.
It's crazy how like single games can decide the groups.
Yep.
It's like it's so much pressure actually to win every single game you can.
And that's why I was saying we had some players just like have a bad day in the first week or two, and they would say like they would say like, oh, whatever, I have next week. And like, okay, technically that's true, but it's really important you're sharp every game because one win can change everything. So